Hi, Chris Kirk here at Wild Blue. Thanks again for tuning in. We're going to discuss the next and final 3 tips that we have for you for maintaining a great set of aircraft logs. This information is all available for you on a white paper if you'd prefer to read it. Drop us an email at info@wildbluellc.com or give us a call at 888-773-4249. We'd be happy to send you one, no strings attached, no obligation, free of charge. So if you recall, we talked about the first 3 tips, and that was making sure that the printing on your logbook entries is legible. It's clear, it's detailed. The second item was making sure that your airworthiness directives and service bulletins, they're in compliance and they are well organized as well. And then the third item was simply to keep your entries in chronological order. Now for our next 3 items, we'd like to start off with item number 4, and that's to record your damage history thoroughly. So if you have any repairs, primarily is what we're talking about here, make sure that those repairs are documented well. They have a 337 that's associated with it. The log entry has references the 337. It may reference work order numbers. It may reference the shop. But make it easy for the person looking through those logs to go back and connect the dots, because yes, we want to keep airplanes damage free, and unfortunately sometimes things do happen. But if you don't record it thoroughly, it's going to raise unnecessary eyebrows in the eyes or in the mind of the buyer, and it may bog down the sales process or maybe even kill a sale that we're working. Make sure that blanket statements such as repairs performed in accordance with manufacturer specifications don't just stop there. It should detail beyond that what is done. Again, let's make it fairly easy for people to go through and record what it is. All of this is going to help enhance or preserve the value of your airplane. Number 5 is to double check your time entries. Oftentimes we'll see in the course of an aircraft's life that the times in the logbooks are incorrect. They start off right, but either because of transposition errors, or maybe they're just recording errors from one page to the next. Maybe a tachometer has been replaced, maybe a Hobbs meter has been replaced, and somewhere in there the numbers start going askew. Take the time to look at those numbers and make sure they're properly documented, and here's why. Oftentimes we've found that overhaul intervals are up and the owner is preparing to spend a lot of money for a particular overhaul. Maybe it's an engine, maybe it's a prop or another component. But because of the computing errors on the time, the engine's really not due, or whatever the component may be. The flip side of it is that you may be flying beyond what the time interval is, which may adversely impact the safety of the aircraft. So take the time and go through it, make sure those numbers all add up correctly. The final item we have, item number 6, and that is digitize your logs. Keep them safe. So you can either take pictures of them, and this is of every page, you can either take pictures of them, you can copy them, you can scan them, whatever the case may be. At the very least, make sure you have a backup copy somewhere, and preferably a digital copy that's on an internet or a cloud-based storage site. That way, if your originals are lost, you're not going to lose all the value of the aircraft or of the logs. Now, will you still lose some value? Yeah, you probably will, because you don't have originals. But you're not going to lose 15 or 20%. Unfortunately, we've had clients who have had their logs stolen out of their backseat of their car. They've been stolen out of their airplanes. We've had them take them home and their home burned down. Any number of things that, of course, they weren't counting on. And then, to add to the fact that something else tragic happened, and now all of a sudden they're finding out that there's an additional item that they're going to have to adjust for. So protect yourself against those, can't happen to me moments. So what should you do if you find out that you've bought an airplane and you've got the logs, but they're still not all that great? Well, start today. It's never too late to start with a good set of logs. So start making detailed, thorough entries utilizing these 6 tips that we've talked about. In aviation, time does not heal all wounds, but it does heal a lot of them. So the longer you own the airplane and the longer you have a recorded history of your aircraft maintenance, and it's a good, thorough, quality history, the more that you're going to see that the previous entries are going to, or the less you're going to see that those previous entries will actually impact the value of your aircraft. You know, you got to kind of think of your logs as medical records for your airplane. And a little extra caution, a little extra care is going to save you a tremendous amount of time, of energy, of hassle, and possibly money should those logs be lost. We'd be interested in hearing what other tips you may have. So shoot us an email, again, at info@wildbluellc.com. The white paper's available there also. You can call us toll-free, 888-773-4249, and visit us on our website at wildbluellc.com as well. I'm Chris Kirk. Thanks again for joining us.